Gentleman is recognized for as much time as he may consume.
Thank you, and thank you, Madam Speaker. Again, I will say that naming this post office in honor of a true public servant and a young man that grew up in the area and a young man who ultimately sacrificed his life to make sure that other people would be safe and who dedicated his life to protecting and serving the residents of New Orleans will inspire other young kids in that same area, other young kids who grew up in that area like I did, to look at police as a life of service and the possibility of going into law enforcement. And that post office bearing the name for Officer Daryle Holloway, I think, will do just that. But what Daryle was just special. He was a big guy. He was a life of the party. But he knew at a young age that he wanted to be a police officer. And unfortunately, he was killed at a young age of 46 in the line of duty on June 20th, 2015, while transporting a suspect to the police station. He was the father of 3 children. As mentioned earlier, he had very deep roots in the community. He attended Corpus Christi and was a graduate of St. Augustine High School. He joined the police force not too long after finishing high school and will remain a passionate supporter of his alma mater. It was mentioned that he would be at the football games cheering on the Purple Knights, but what wasn't mentioned was that he was always the life of the party. And Daryle did become a police officer in the early days of community policing, in an effort to focus on officers' engagement with residents in the communities they serve. He was a natural fit for the police department because he was friends with just about everyone in the city. He was drawn to police work because he genuinely wanted to help people and make New Orleans a safer place for all of us to live. Daryle served with the New Orleans Police Department for 22 years. In addition to protecting our streets, he spent 10 years working with children in the Cops for Kids summer camps, which helped develop relationships between police, youth, and their families. Daryle also brought community policing into the Florida and Desire housing developments. After his passing, many of those former residents and summer campers organized a vigil to honor the man they considered not only a police officer, but a friend. And I would like to personally add that my 8th grade year at St. Aug, Daryle Holloway, the big Daryle Holloway, made sure that little Cedric Richmond was protected from everyone in the school, and he started his life of serving and protecting probably with me. But what he did to mentor kids in the neighborhood and live his life so that it could be an example, especially for young men of color growing up in rough neighborhoods, to show how you carry yourself, responsibility and commitment, and how to be a family man, how to be a great father, and how to be a great son, was truly a testament to Daryle Holloway. And I know his mother, Orlando Belfield Holloway, is probably watching us today. And when I talked to her, she said, "Cedric, I just feel so special that people remember my son and remember the fact that he died in the line of duty doing what he wanted to do the most, and that was protect the citizens of New Orleans." So again, I would like to thank Chairman Chaffetz and Ranking Member Cummings for bringing this bill to the floor, and to once again offer the Holloway family my sincerest condolences. And I hope that this postal facility will serve as a reminder of Officer Holloway's courage and compassion for generations to come. And with that, Madam Speaker, I yield back the balance.